and welcome to another edition of Sunrise with Hawa Dana, a program where we talk about issues of the moment, we talk about education, we talk about entrepreneurship. On today's edition of the program, I'm here live at Labour Kutigi to witness the launching of Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice. It is the first of its kind that has been done before in Niger State. Someone writing a book to make it easy for nurses and health practitioners in Niger State. And this person is not just an ordinary person, he is a student also, an undergraduate of a medical health school where he's undergoing his studies to become a health practitioner. We'll be going inside to interview the author of this wonderful and amazing book so that we will hear more about his interests and what inspired him to write this Easy Guide for Nursing and Health Practices. Come with me as I interview this young, talented man.
And I saw the book in itself. I was really impressed because aside the content of the book itself, the quality can be represented anywhere. When I flipped through the pages and I saw the graphic work, the images that will help in understanding, I was really impressed and I really commended him. But to take it further, I was particularly happy that a son of the soil have come up with something like this, and I think it deserves another round of applause. More applause than this.
Can we know your name?
Okay, my name is Adeleke Shifao. I'm a year 2 student.
What actually inspired you to come to this launching?
Actually,
because you're a nursing student or a science student?
Well, both. Because nursing is science and science is nursing. Okay. You know, nursing is a course. It helps the enable us to know about like lives and saving either the ill, the well-being, or whatever it is. So now, coming to a launch like this, I'm really amazed and I'm pleased.
Okay.
So
you feel encouraged that somebody was able, and I learned he's also a student also.
Yeah, I was actually amazed by that part because having a student at this like session in Nigeria like this, and also his language is kind of not really what I expected to be, but I really like it.
So you've been encouraged already?
Yeah, I'm encouraged.
As a nursing student, what has been your challenges in the course of this study?
Nursing is a broad course. We have different kind of organs and stuff in our body. So now we have to learn everything in order to know like the difficulties and pathophysiology of it. So now nursing, like we need something like a book that is concise, like small, you know. There's some kind of things that are not actually elaborative as what we need. And according to what I heard about the book, I heard it's actually something like that. You know, brief and just little. You get to understand a wide knowledge even by just looking at the peep of it. So I really think it's like that.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we know who you are?
Yeah, my name is Olu Jacob. I came to represent the chairman of the occasion, Honorable Abubakar Buhari, the former minister for Mines and State Development.
Okay. I
was his chief of staff at the time, between 2015 and 2019.
Okay.
So he couldn't be here and he wanted to encourage the young man, so he sent me to come and present.
Okay. Having witnessed the occasion, what can you say about the book Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice?
Well, I just spent some 5 minutes just gleaning through it and I was impressed by the details.
Okay.
You know, obviously the young man has put in a lot of hard work, you know, and I can see that this is not his first book. And going by the remarks of the PAMSEC of the Ministry of Water Resources, who advised him to see the Vice Chancellor of University of FUT, Vice Chancellor of IAB University, some other provosts of nursing schools. I think that with all the work and all the inputs of these people, I think he has done a good work. And I'm impressed by the crowd and the audience. Even though the money is not as much as we had hoped for, but I can see that he had other promises. These books are going to be in many schools now, which is even much more important for him, than some cash that he will get here. So I think that it's the beginning of a lot of good things to come.
Thank you very much. So how do you see the health community today in Nigeria?
Well, like I said, in the last 5 years, over 155,000 nurses left Nigeria. Okay, so there are a lot of challenges now. Many hospitals don't have the required number of nurses and midwives. Okay, you now have one midwife to maybe 80,000 people.
What do you think is the major problem of that?
Well, it's because many people are looking for greener pastures and they pay them much more abroad than we can pay here. Okay, so that's important for our government to see what they can do before we lose all our medical personnel.
Do you have any ways you can suggest to the government?
No, first of all, the government had to increase the salaries of these workers, improve our medical facilities, build better hospitals, and take care of them. I'm sure that we can reduce the number of people, going abroad.
Sir, please, can we know who you are?
I'm by name Akilu Musa Kuta, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources and Dams Development, as well as bearing the traditional title of the Latun Mina Karani. Yes.
Attending this program, Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice, what can you actually say about the author being a young man who is still an undergraduate?
Well, I think the excitement cannot be overemphasized, seeing how young he is and contributing to the life of the people, contributing to education sector. In generic form, I would say he's contributing to humanity. So it's something worth recognizing and it's something worth appreciating. Yes.
Looking at our health sector today, what can you actually say about it?
Well, I think with the effort this young person has put in place, we'll want to encourage that others should emulate, seeing how a little bit shambled the whole thing is. If things can be coming up like that, I think it will beef the knowledge of the practitioners, and at the same time it will add to the literatures, the contemporary literatures. So in a way, it will assist in restructuring the health sector. Yes.
What advice can you give other young?
Well, I think for the young offsprings, I will encourage them to emulate from what Ruben has done by doing what is right, that is by reading more, so that the knowledge can be broadened and for them to contribute to the development of humanity and for the betterment of our society. Then for them as individuals also to live a happy life.
Please, can we know who you are?
My name is Mr. Mondi Anche. I'm the head of Department Community Health, Newgate College of Health Technology, Mina, Niger State.
Attending the e-book Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice, what can you actually say about the whole launching and the book and also the author?
All right.
Being a young guy.
Okay. Comrade Abdul Daniel Ruben is actually a very good person. He's someone I know right from time in 2017. We joined the college, and then later on he metamorphosed from not just being a student, but a student and also a friend and a brother. And today I'm very happy to be here representing my boss, Mrs. Musa Mamza, who happens to be the book reviewer. And honestly speaking, I can say I'm full of excitement and joy today, witnessing this very particular day. I never thought a day like this would come in the life of Daniel Ruben, and also in my life as well, to be here, because it's actually a very great occasion, and it's also a privilege to present my boss in reviewing the book today. This is a book that I've actually spent more time. I've dedicated my time in skimming through, perusing through the book, and I'm so very happy to be part of this very historic moment today.
Is your boss a health worker?
Yeah, she is. She is a registered community health practitioner and also a consultant with WHO, USAID, and other renowned government and non-governmental organizations. Yeah.
Looking at our health sector today, what can you actually say about it?
Yeah, actually, if you look at back then, before the Alma Ata era, or before the emergence of primary healthcare into the Nigerian healthcare system, if you look at the percentage of people receiving healthcare, it was just about 25%. But with the coming of BHSS, that's Basic Health Service Scheme, the program was actually geared towards, increasing the proportion of people receiving healthcare from 25% to 60%. And later on, we had community health practitioners coming on board to help, which I can say today, the healthcare system has quietly witnessed a massive robust in terms of compliance, in terms of manpower, and even the accessibility of healthcare services in Nigeria.
Please, can we know who you are?
My name is Professor Ndade Akiri Idomina.
Being an educationist, what can you actually say about the Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice?
Our brother, Mr. Daniel, is highly commendable. Commendable in the sense that, just as I said inside, today a lot of young people don't even want to read, not even talk of writing. You see them wasting their time in social media, insulting leaders of repute, saying nonsense, propagating something that will bring chaos in the society. And so he has taken time to write something meaningful about health. Now, why I have to commend him is that if you look at Niger State, for instance, it's one of the largest states in West Africa. And to that extent, a lot of the inhabitants of Niger State are from rural areas. And you know that in most of these 25 local governments we're talking about, very few one are urban local governments. Most of them are rural local government. And to that extent, they are managed by these health workers who are not actually medical doctors. So they are those community health workers. So I think this book will go a long way to guide them and do a lot. When I glance at the book, you see that even if you are not from that profession, once you can understand English, you'll be able to read through and understand. And for those who are in that field, it will guide them properly. And I think it's very useful because he has covered almost everywhere, including microbiology, including emergencies of accidents, including maternity health and what have you. Even the drug abuse, I think he says something about that. So I think it's very comprehensive, and for those who are community health workers, I think they'll be referring that to them as their Bible or Quran.
Okay,
Yes.
So looking at our health sector and also our schools of health actually in Niger State, there are a lot of schools of health in Niger State. What do you think the government should do in order to improve the quality of education? Because most at times you see people complaining about not having qualified nurses, qualified doctors, or you see somebody operating on someone forgetting scissors and all that. Is it because of the poor quality of education in the school of health that is causing all these things? Is there a way to sensitize it and also improve? Should there be improvements in the lives of those that it is in their hands to train the next generation?
Academies generally, there are rules, there are standards, and I think the agency of this school will be going on checks from time to time to find out that they are actually good to go to operate. For instance, I'm a Governing Council Chairman of Great Success School of Health Technology, Bada. And you see, we must call a spade because these are individuals that has to play with the health of people in their hands. And so if they are not properly trained, I think there will be a lot of issues. So I call on the agency that is regulating those schools in Niger State to look at them and do all the needfuls. Okay? Once a school is not eligible to operate, they should not be allowed to operate. And I know, like my school, they have gone through a lot of accreditations. Some of them, all the one we have gone through, we have put forward, we have been able. And I think if we just allow those institutions to just be giving lectures and go, that is not going to be too good. So I think the Niger State will have a lot to do, especially that agency, by regulating and checking them from time to time. Those who are eligible, allow them and give them a enabling environment to actually operate.
My name is Alhaji Dr. Lawal Ijaya. That is the CEO and founder of First Class College of Health Science and Technology. Wada.
Great Success or which one?
What's the name of
the
No,
school?
First Class.
First Class, okay. Is it a new college of?
No, it's not a new something. We have been existing since 2019.
Being in the health system, what can you actually say about this book, Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice, that is just being launched?
Honestly speaking, when I went through the book, it has covered a lot. So, and that's why I will have the desire to recommend the book on behalf of the school to the students. Yes.
So, looking at our health system today, what can you actually say we are lacking in the health system?
Well, we don't have enough personnel.
Okay.
So I think with this book, if the student can be encouraged, they will go higher and higher, and later they will come to the system and help us in the learning activities.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I congratulated the actual person with his age, I think he has done well.
Okay.
And he is a pace setter to other younger generation.
Please, sir, can we know who you are?
I'm Christopher Ezekiel Megida, the Director and CEO of the Life College of Health Science and Technology.
Being in the health system, sir, what can you actually say about the book that is being launched today, Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice?
I think the young man, Ruben, have taken a very huge step towards making easy access to students who want to promote and further their education in Healthline. When the title of the book is Capture Easy Guide for Community and Nursing, but going through the content, I saw what is more than what is written outside. Because I learned that it's captured almost all aspects of medical, paramedics, aspects of health, such as environmental health, public health, including that of medical lab technician. I saw the content has implicated in most of the activities that these students need to learn at the course of their study. I think what I would tell the students, particularly those who have already graduated, to try to have a copy, not only for the sake of study, but for the sake of reference purpose and research. The book will guide them through. And I also encourage and appreciate the committee, the organizer of this event. You have helped your brother. The day they came to my office, I equally encouraged them that when you help your brother to move to the next step, you are the next person that will move to the step where he moves. Therefore, I encourage you people around to equally encourage your colleagues when you see someone coming up with something positive like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, being the CEO of a health school, what do you think the health sector is actually lacking in the state?
I think
is there a particular way to improve, or is there something you think the health system is lacking that should be improved?
the health system is lacking a lot.
Okay.
Most of the graduates have not been employed, and most of the government hospitals have not manpower to facilitate the activities. With the existence of private schools, I think it is an advantage to state government to look into these applicants, those who have already graduated, to take them into the system, because they will help to provide service to the people at the grassroots before going to the secondary level of health.
Okay, my name is Dr. Hawan Natakukulu. I'm the Director of Community Health Services, Niger State Ministry of Primary Health Care.
Being in the health sector, what can you actually say about this book that is being launched, the Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice?
It's a good literature, well written, and I think it's the revised copy. So there's a lot of information about different aspects of medicine, and a lot of work was done on primary health care, primary air care, primary eye care, primary oral care, and then primary work done in reproductive health, and also in the integrated management of childhood illnesses and child care. So going through it, I was really impressed with the work that was done. It's easy to read, it's very comprehensive, and though there's some more work that he needs to do, but then it's a good work that he has done for a start, and for students to read, for people that are interested in the topic to read, and then those that are interested in going through the nursing and also the community health practice would also read and gain a lot of knowledge from.
Having the experience of, let's say, health, what can you actually say about the health sector in Niger State and how it can be improved?
Okay, well, the health sector in Niger State is a work in progress, because presently we have all aspects of it, the primary, the secondary, and then the tertiary care. We have health facilities, we have clinics, and then the health institutions as well, both the government and private. But then it's a far cry from what it's supposed to be. A lot of healthcare workers have retired, and some have moved on to greener pastures. So they've left a lot of gap in the healthcare system. making it that a lot of patients, when they need care, are not able to access care. But then even with that, patients are able to access care, and then they are able to get the help that they need. But then it's a work in progress. A lot of work has been done in the past, and a lot of work is being done here in the present and with the present administration. The present administration is really interested in the health of the people, and they're working hard to make it the optimum that it's supposed to be.
I am Daniel Williams Audu, a Gbagi by tribe, a current 500 level in FET Minna, Department of Geology.
It seems you are related to the author of this book. You kind of look alike.
Yeah, I'm his photocopy. So let's say we are like twins, but he's my immediate junior brother.
Oh wow, that's good. How do you feel seeing your younger brother doing this?
I would just say today I'm just like the most happiest person on earth, seeing my brother achieving this. Because I know Daniel's family is gonna get high by the grace of God. Even with this, it's a stepping stone.
His grace. What can you actually say about the book, The Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice?
Actually, this book, I see it beyond a book. It has a lot of interpretations attached to it. To me, I see it as bringing that mentality of nursing and community health together. Because I've met several community health workers, and once you ask them, this one will be saying I'm more than nursing, the other one will say I'm more than community health, this other one will say this one is my junior. But by this book, you see Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice. The both of them, he's bringing them together so that they will live in harmony together.
But as a young guy, what can you also advise the other young people out there?
I will give the advice of them to take this as a challenge. That there is nothing impossible for you. Your parents must not be rich before you can become something in the future. Looking at where we come from and how he started it, it was just like it's a dream that can never come true. But with the help of God, with consistent advice, he made it through the help of God. So we can make it. Let this serve as an example for us that we can pick up.
Can we know who you are?
Comrade Daniel Ruben Audu.
Wow, the author of the Easy Guide for Nursing and Community Health Practice.
Yeah, sure.
Wow, that must have been a tough one. What actually motivated you to write this book?
Being a medical practitioner, while I was studying, I noticed...
you learned you are an undergraduate student or something?
No, I actually had a diploma.
Okay.
Yeah, in community health. Okay. So while I was studying, I noticed in medical field, we don't have books that brings up different topics and courses together. That was what made me to feel okay. It's important I put on something like this. And aside from that, I noticed I was good in some field, explaining to students better than what they have read or what they have heard of before. So that's what motivated me to write a book. And while I wrote my first book, which was...
Okay, you've written a book before, okay.
Yeah, I wrote my first book, which was Easy Guide to Primary Healthcare, Volume 1.
Okay.
And after writing that book, I noticed the audience, the users was much, and they were asking for more books like that. And that was what made me to feel, okay, it's important I come up with a different book, which is a compendium to healthcare practice, bringing up different courses and topics together. Anatomy and physiology, primary health care, oral care, primary eye care, and other courses like that are very important in our field of healthcare science. So that's what actually made me to put up something like that, because I felt we don't have one, and I think for the first time we now have a guide that will put our students through. Nursing students that are going into nursing field, community health students that are going into the field to study, and that's it.
Can we have a little background of your education life?
At first, I started my primary school in Rema Model and Primary School, Tunga Minna.
Okay.
So that was in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, and I graduated around 2008.
Okay.
And I proceeded into my junior secondary school, 2009, in Niger Baptist School, where I graduated with a good credit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my junior secondary school certificate, right?
Okay.
Yeah. After then, I proceeded into Federal Science and Technical College, Kuta Shiroro, where I got my SSC. I had a lot of E's. Yeah, I graduated wholesale. Yeah. So after then, I applied for several schools, and one of the schools I applied for was Newgate College of Health, where I got my admission. And when I started studying, I studied community health actually. So I started with E's, 4 points. I got A parallel till I graduate. Even at my national exams, God helped me, and I became the overall best student of that year, both in school and in national. Yeah. So after then, while I was studying on my final year, I applied for Bingham University to study Doctor of Optometry. That's pending when I'm going to graduate. So after I had graduated, I got admission into Bingham University, direct entry actually, because I wrote, I think, 3 exams, entrance and not like that, and so I got admitted into Bingham University to study Doctor of Optometry. I started studying till 2021. I had to drop out of the school because I was having financial challenges. Yeah, I actually paid my tuition fee, but other fees like hostel and other fees, I was unable to meet up with them. So I had to just drop out, and after then I never relent, and that was when I was writing this book though. Because I started writing this book 2018. Yeah, while I was still in diploma. So I started writing the book then. Then while I was studying in Bingham University, after I had dropped out, I applied for a scholarship with JPTS, Joint Professional Training and Support Institute. Yeah, so I got admission with them to study healthcare management, which will lead to nursing science. And today, I am a final year student of Global Wealth University, nursing science. So I think that's a brief background of my academic journey. Yeah.
Seriously, I'm actually motivated.
Thank you very
much. It has actually not been a soft landing journey for you, but being able to scale through and still achieving your dream and completing your book is a good one, and you will be a motivation to a lot of young people out there.
Sure.
And I hope from here you're going higher.
No, sure.
What other plans do you have aside from science?
Aside from science?
What do you have passion for?
I'm a businessman. I am a 100% business boy. That's it. So I love business, and I feel like my contribution to healthcare could be through providing academic materials. Yeah, that's my own contribution to academics, specifically healthcare system, right? So in the aspect of what I like and what I want to do after now, aside from book and other stuffs, yeah, I want to actually promote myself into business. And that's why I have a company called Medical World International Healthcare Consult. I am the founder of that company, and I'm willing to build that company up, have a collaboration and partnership.
What is the company all about?
Okay, it's a company that deals with training and retraining of medical staffs. When medical staffs have been when they've graduated from schools, they don't longer go for trainings, and that's cause a kind of shortage in their academic life, and the healthcare is something that need update daily. So Medical World International Healthcare Consult seek to update medical staffs and medical practitioners with an updated knowledge of what is trending in the healthcare system. And also Medical World Healthcare Consult seeks to provide medical facilities that are uncommon in Nigeria, that are common in other countries, bringing them down to Nigeria and making them available for the at the grassroots level. And that's what we're on to. Last month I started making some collaborations with some Chinese distributors, and by the grace of God, next year March, some equipment will be available in Lagos and bring down here to Mina. So we have a lot of things. I have a lot of things I'm working on. Even going through agriculture, I'm also good in that part. Animal farming and others, fishing. I have a lot of mentorship on all these aspects. Just that I'm kind of stopping some things because of my academics. You cannot join two things together. Yeah, but then I love nursing and I love healthcare system. But aside from that, I also love business. Yeah.
That's a good one. Having shared your story on how you struggled, what advice can you give other young people out there?
My peers will be just advising them to keep pushing. There's nothing that's inachievable. That's what I believe. Yeah, when I started writing my book, no support, no whatever. But then the little I had, I kept investing in it. Even the production of this book, I can tell you that when I wanted to start producing the book, I had nothing, like nothing. So I had to just sell some stuff I had, just to give a kind of deposit. After then, money started coming from different places. But then you mustn't have support before you could start up something. Yeah, you can start by yourself. See, you are one man alone. Your parents might not be there for you, but then you are there alone. Your parents might not even be alive, but then you are there alone. And if you fail in life, you fail for yourself. You don't fail for them. And that's what I keep telling myself. And I believe if you have it in mind, whatever you can think, you can achieve. Yeah, if only you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If others have achieved it, you can also achieve it. There's something that is too big. That's what I believe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Amen.